off those first two drives, you guys were able to move the ball pretty efficiently, got stuff working in the run game and the pass game. Is there something that off that you can build off coming into this game?
Yeah, it's just rhythm, That's just being comfortable and seeing the defense executing. It's all about that rhythm, and we hit some big plays on that drive, and you're going to live with the 4-yard gains and the 3-yard gains and chip away at it, and hopefully get the explosives in the run game, and then the play passes, and mixing up the 3 steps with those guys up front, jump set, and then the play passes will come, but. It was very encouraging for those first 2 series to see that come alive.
You talk about the rhythm. How much does it hurt the team and to get out of the rhythm when in the second quarter the Chargers had the ball for so long?
Yeah, it's never good when you're on the sideline. You're trying to help the defense out, and we got to get out of that funk of just once we're in a lull to get out of the lull and start fighting back. Adjustments need to be made on the sideline. Guys making adjustments on the field. So there's a lot of things that come into that, but finding the best personnel to attack the defense is typically what you're looking for throughout the game, and take what they give you.
What makes Quinnen Williams so special, and what's he doing so much better this year?
He's a dynamic player. He's starting to get comfortable in the scheme, it looks like. He's doing a really good job of pre-snap awareness, just kind of seeing the offensive line, their calls, and their alignments and their stances. You can tell he studies throughout the week and does a great job prepping. And he's just everything else athletically. He's a gifted player.
The tackles rotated a little bit last week. Is that the plan again this week, or do you know which 2 you're going to go with?
We're gonna try to stick with. We don't want rotating chairs is the point. So throughout practice, we had a walkthrough yesterday, so we didn't get a lot of evaluation. We're gonna stick with the 2 that ended the game, and then evaluate it throughout the game.
Jerry came on board. I mean, it's unusual that the staff has an addition like that. How hard is that to kind of adjust to the room on game day, et cetera? Would you be amenable, say, with a bye coming up, if somebody said, hey, maybe we should tweak this or bring someone else in? Would that be hard on the ego? Would that be tough? How do you think this room?
No, I think everything, you got to look inside, and you got to leave your ego at the door in everything that we do. So we have weekly meetings with Jerry, and we go over situations. We practice situations on Saturdays and kind of go through them. But he's been a really good voice up in that box and helping out with everything.
You guys are one of the last teams in the league in scoring in the third quarter, especially coming out of halftime. Is there something you guys can you script those plays? How can you guys maybe boost that up a bit?
Yeah, we typically go in with our top 10 and then kind of see where it goes from there. When you go 3 and out and you start to get off course a little bit, and the rhythm of the game is totally important, like we talked about. But you have your top plays that you didn't call the first half, and you want to get to them the second half. So you see what they give you again the second half. They're making adjustments just like we are. So the 3 and outs is what we have to avoid, and then the third down conversions, we were terrible in them. We definitely got to be better in those situations, especially the last couple weeks.
How different is it game planning and practicing when you're not exactly sure if you're going to have your starting quarterback or not?
Yeah, you gotta. It's very unique. It's a fine line. You got to do some schemes that fit both guys. You got to be aware of putting guys in certain spots. You want to limit some things with his feet. So you just got to be cautious with it. So going into this thing, we have 2 game plans that we can roll with.
The media here, everything good or bad gets amplified for whatever it is. How do you block out the noise, especially when you're trying to get a unit going and there have been so many injuries and you're having a hard time going? And I mean, your family like, I can't go to the grocery store.
Well, I don't see my family or hear from them, and I don't see them. My car hasn't started in a week, so you kind of tune it out because you put your nose down. You work, and you can't look outside because that's not going to help anything. It's about what can we do better in this building to perform on Sunday. And it's a family in there. You got to stay together. You got to stay the course and trust each other. And that's just something that's consistently building each and every week, the chemistry, the open line of communication, knowing that the position coaches, myself and Coach Hackett, open door policy as far as talking. So, you just got to stay the course and you just got to keep your nose down.
What happened to your car?
Well, it hasn't started since last Friday when we left for the game. So.
Left the lights on?
No, I've been sleeping we've all been sleeping. We've been having snuggle parties up top.
You haven't tried to start it. You've been
No,
busy.
it didn't start the week prior while I was sitting there for a week too. So
Are you happy to hear that Russell Wilson has Wolverine blood?
I don't know what that is, but it sounds exciting. Is that like deer antler spray back in the day when that was popular?
back-to-back weeks with giving up 4 sacks for Russ. Is there anything that you guys can do schematically to help him be protected back there?
Yeah, we got to adjust to their studs out there. We have some things in third down to help us out with the chips and kind of sliding guys. So this is a defense that has 50 quarterback hits this season. So we're very aware of that, game planning and trying to keep those guys guessing and, get the ball out and be smart with it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.